Hello, my crafty friends. I sure hope you're having a fabulous day. My name is Robyn Pitts. If you're new to my channel or you are a returning subscriber, welcome. Today I have a new guest design team project for Scrap Diva Designs. Hopefully you had a chance to watch the video that I posted last week, which included a full review of all of the fun dies included in the July 2024 release. In today's video, I'm going to focus on the popcorn box and a few other dies. I have two examples to share with you, and then we're going to make one together. Before we get into the projects, let me show you some of the fun dies that I used. For my projects, I used the popcorn box, which is part of the July release. I used the bikini die set, and there are 4 different types of bikinis included. I used the tropical leaves, and there are 9 different leaves in this set. I used the hibiscus plate die set. Now you receive a larger die and a smaller die. In addition to the dies from the July release, I also used the double loop bow. There are 3 different size bows. Now this is from a previous Scrap Diva Designs release. I also used the 3D sand bucket, which came out last year. These are all available at scrapdivadesigns.com. Please use my coupon code Robyn10 for a discount in her store. This also helps my channel. This is the first popcorn box that I made. The paper collection that I used is from Joann's. It's by Park Lane, and it's called Summer Resort. This is a really fun paper. It also comes in a 12 by 12, and it has lots of fun ephemera and stickers to go with it. This box measures 4 inches by 4 3/4 inches. When I turn it to the top, you can see that inside it's got ample space to include fun goodies. Right now I just have it filled with yellow crinkled paper. In the back I have this fun blue and white paper to mimic the sea. On the top it has this cute little sun and starfish. It says keep swimming. In the center I have this fun shaker, and you can see some of the sequins in it. I've added blues and greens and little yellow stars to mimic starfish. We've got these beautiful stickers back here, the seaweeds, we have shells, a cute little puffer fish, lots of fun shells here on the bottom. On the side, we have this handle. Now, this handle does not come included in the popcorn box. I cut that out in Cricut Design Space. This is the double loop bow from Scrap Diva Designs, and I've embellished it with a sticker from the paper collection. On the side, I've used these concentric circles in blue and then yellow, and on top of that, I layered this adorable ruffled bathing suit. Here we have the hibiscus flowers. Now these are the small flowers, and then back here I've cut out a variety of leaves. It may be a little difficult to see because I've cut them out in blue and white. And then we have a cute little pair of flip-flops here. On the other side, we have another fun shaker, and you can see all these sequins here. We've got a little seahorse and a cute little fish. On the top it says, make time for waves. And I love these layered pieces here. And this is the other side, where we have the bikini. It says day at the beach, more of these hibiscus flowers, and then some suntan lotion. Let's take a look at the next popcorn box. For the second popcorn box, I decided to use a Halloween theme. The paper collection that I used is by Miss Kate Cuttables. It's called Spooky Vibes. This is so fun. I believe this came out last fall. For this example, I used this scallop heart. Now this comes in the popcorn die set. So you receive the scallop heart and then this second heart, which has the words popcorn cut out inside. Now to get this 3D look, I cut this out on 5mm foam. I left the letters inside, and then I cut it out again on 5mm foam, and then paper pieced the purple letters that spell popcorn. Now, since this is Halloween, I cut out these adorable popcorn pieces in pink glitter paper, and I think that looks so much fun. We've got the little spiders here, and I love all of this ephemera from the paper collection. In the center, we've got the shaker window. You can see the little shaker bits inside. And then I've added these cute googly eyes. On the opposite side, again, we have the handle, which I cut out in Cricut Design Space. We have this beautiful double loop bow from Scrap Diva Designs. I've added in this adorable little ghost, and this paper is so adorable, I didn't want to cover it. And on the back, you see we have the moon and the stars and the bats are out. And after all the goblins and ghouls have eaten up all the popcorn, you only have a few pieces left. So here we have the shaker window again. Now, one thing I wanted to show you on the inside, now I have pink crinkled paper, but you'll notice on the inside there are little hearts cut out. Now that is one of the plates that you receive in this box. You get a pleated plate that cuts out just like so, and then you have this decorative heart plate. And the great thing about this is when you cut it out, each of these little hearts can make shaker bits. Now that I've given you an overview of this project, I'm going to grab my materials so that we can make one together. Before we make our project, I want to give you a closer look at the dies that we will be using to construct the box. These two panels here make up the popcorn box. So you have this piece here, which cuts out the box structure. You have this piece here, which is a layering panel, and it's pleated. You have this square here, which cuts out the bottom of the box, and then you have this heart here that cuts out the words popcorn. On the other panel, you have this decorative panel with the hearts, and then you have this scalloped heart. I'm also using the 3D sand bucket, specifically this stitched piece here. Now the reason I'm using this piece is because it closely resembles the shape of the popcorn box. It fits perfectly. Now, if you don't have this, you can certainly use a rectangle, an oval, a circle, whatever die set you have that will fit within this 4-inch parameter. I've cut out all the pieces that we'll need for this project. First, I have the handle, which I cut out in Cricut Design Space. You can use whatever handle you like. Scrap Diva Designs has a number of fun handles on her site as well. So I've cut this out on 110-pound paper. I've covered it with red glitter paper, and then I used this fun decorative stripe paper. And then I have two brads here, which we will use to attach the handle. I've cut out 4 of the side panels. I've cut out the square as well as a decorative piece to go inside the box. And these are the pieces that I cut out with that stitch die from the 3D sand bucket. Here I've cut this out on 110-pound cardstock. I added glitter paper, and then I also cut to size a piece of clear acetate. And then I've cut it out in 5mm foam. This is in red. And now to make this foam a bit more sturdy, I did glue it on to 110-pound cardstock. Sometimes when you cut a foam, it loses its shape, but if you back it onto 110-pound cardstock, it creates a more sturdy base. So I've cut out 2 of these foam bases, and then I've cut out 2 of these acetate windows. So let's put these aside. First, you want to grab your 4 panels. Now there's a score line here and a score line here. I've already folded 3 of them. And for this 4th one, all you have to do is fold along the score line like so. And you want to make sure you take your bone folder and give that a nice burnish. Next, we're going to glue these panels together. So you can use score tape or you can use liquid adhesive. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on this side panel here. And then I'm going to line it up to to the next piece. Okay, you want to make sure that your score marks are even. Now glue on the next 2 panels, and when you finish, you should have 4 panels that look like this. Next, we're going to glue on our decorative panels, and again, I have layered these onto 2mm foam. If you don't want that, you could just attach it directly onto the panel. So you want to make sure that you center these panels in between the score line. There should be an even amount of space around it. So now I have the panels laid out the way I want. I'm going to go ahead and glue these panels down now. Now that I have my decorative panels glued on, I want to grab my shaker elements. So you should have 2 acetate panels and then your foam pieces. And again, I've glued them onto 110-pound cardstock. I'm going to center these pieces onto the panel just like so. I'm going to glue each of these panels on to the paper because I think this is the easiest way to make a shaker. I've glued down the foam pieces. Let me show you the foam that I used. I used the Silly Wink foam sheets. This is 5mm. It's 12 by 18. And this comes in a variety of colors. I ordered this from Hobby Lobby. I think you can also get this on Amazon. But I love this because it's nice and thick. Now we can begin adding in our sequins. I have these red sequins, green. I also have this fun sequin mix. It has stockings and Christmas trees and little pearls. This is called Mix-em-Ups. This is the stocking stuffer, and these are available at ASC Craft Supplies. So I'm just going to add in the desired amount of sequins. I'm also going to add in some seed beads. Now I purchased this set from Michael's. There are 24 vials and you have lots of fun colors. I'm going to put some white pearl seed beads in there. Some mint green. A little bit of this green. So now that you have the desired amount of sequins in your panels, we can attach the acetate. What you want to do is make sure you take a nice dust cloth and just wipe it off. You also want to take this embossing tool and just go around the perimeter of the acetate. That will help prevent the sequins from sticking to it. And then I'm just going to add a bead of glue along the foam and attach my panels just like so. Go ahead and glue those down and then we'll move on to the next step. Now that we have our shaker pieces attached, let's flip this over and we are going to glue this piece like so. I'm going to add glue on this panel just like we did for the others and line it right up to the score line. And while you're attaching it, you can just take your fingers, glue along that tab. Also take your bone folder. Okay, so there you've got the shape of your box. So let's turn this over. And then we're going to add glue to these tabs. And then you want to grab this square piece and you're going to anchor this to one end first. Okay, so this will be easier to attach to the other piece once you have it anchored on one side. And then want to push it down. Okay, make sure there's a nice firm adhesion on all 4 sides. Okay, then you want to turn it over and then use your bone folder to burnish each of the tabs. Now you have your box assembled. Grab the pieces that you cut for the inside and you can glue them inside to cover the tabs. And then I've also cut a piece which will go on the inside bottom of the box. So I've added on 2 panels and the bottom panel. Before I glue on the last 2, I want to attach the handle. I don't want to see the brad, so I like to attach the handle first and then cover it up with paper. So I'm going to take my handle and take my bone folder to create a nice little bend to it. And then I have the brads here. Now for the handle placement, I'm going to put this in the middle of the box. So there are 7 little peaks here. I'm going to put it in on the 4th peak right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right in the middle. I'm going to take my crocodile and poke holes on both sides of the box. Now I'm going to grab my handle and put the brads into the holes that we've just created. Now this handle is totally optional. You don't have to use it if you don't want. This box is certainly enough on its own. I just like the look of it. So now that we have the handles attached, we can go ahead and glue on the rest of our panels to cover up the brads. Now we have our shaker box completed. We've got our handle attached. All we have to do now is decorate it. I'm going to decorate this offline and then I'll be back with a final reveal. This is my completed Christmas popcorn shaker box. The paper collection that I used is also by Miss Kate Cuttables. It's called Home for the Holidays. This is so cute and the perfect size to fill with fun treats. I've decorated it very simply, just using the stickers and the ephemera. Here I've added in some snowflakes on the top, and you can see the shaker elements. This is the side, and then I added this little bow. These are my completed popcorn shaker boxes. I've given you 3 different examples, and there's so many different things that you can include in these boxes. For this first box, I have little mini bottles of sunscreen, chapstick, and hand sanitizer. In the center, the Halloween version, you can fit up to 4 mini-size popcorn bags. And then for this Christmas version, you can include muffins, cookies, whatever you like. Once again, all of the dies that I used to create this project are available at Scrap Diva Designs. Be sure to use my coupon code Robyn10 to receive a discount off your purchase, not only for the July products, but any of the products available at scrapdivadesigns.com. Thank you so much for joining me. Please be sure to check my channel to see the other fun projects that I've created with the July 2024 release from Scrap Diva Designs. Bye for now, and happy crafting.